Welcome to the Venusian frequency. We are so glad you are here. This activation is designed to work exactly as you are right now. And here is something worth knowing. The rhythmic, repetitive activities of daily life create one of the most naturally receptive states available to human consciousness. Driving, walking, vacuuming, preparing a meal. When the body is occupied with something familiar and automatic, something deeper becomes available. In those moments, the analytical mind steps back and the field becomes genuinely available. Simply be here in whatever ordinary moment surrounds you, and allow what is offered to arrive alongside whatever surrounds you. If you find yourself returning to this activation in the quieter moments, before sleep or on waking, when the day has not yet filled the space around you, those are beautiful times to receive it too. Right now, exactly as you are, is enough. Wherever you are, whatever surrounds you, whatever your hands are doing, simply let these words find you. You are already in exactly the right place. Simply continue being here and allow what is offered to arrive in its own way, at its own depth. This is the fifth activation, and something about arriving here at this fifth encounter with this frequency, having moved through everything the previous four have carried, deserves to be acknowledged. You have stayed with this. Across 5 transmissions, something in you has continued returning to this frequency, continued making space for these words, continued allowing whatever is offered to arrive at whatever depth it arrives. That consistency is itself a form of conscious broadcasting. The decision to return, however quiet, however undramatic, is a signal sent into the field, a declaration made through action rather than intention of what you are orienting toward, of what you are choosing in the texture of ordinary daily life to give your attention and your time and your willingness to. And the field responds to that, as it always has, as it always will. There is something else occurring that may not yet be obvious. With every moment you remain here, your own energetic field continues spending time within ours. Living fields gradually become familiar with one another. They begin recognizing the qualities each one carries, not through thought, through resonance. The longer 2 coherent fields remain in contact, the more naturally information begins flowing between them. This has always been one of the ways consciousness evolves, not through force, through relationship. And a relationship has already begun. Something worth acknowledging before we go further. Simply by being here, simply by listening, simply by continuing to return to the frequency you were always made from, you are doing the most important work available to a human consciousness in this moment of your planet's becoming. Each time you return to these activations, the signal clarifies a little further. The static that has accumulated over years of navigating a complex world becomes a little thinner. The original frequency broadcasts a little more freely, a little more powerfully, a little more fully as itself. This is not effort, this is allowing. And allowing, sustained across time, is the most powerful force available to a human field. There is something we have observed across generations of human consciousness that becomes visible from where we exist, from outside the constraints of linear time, where the full arc of a human life is perceivable in ways it simply cannot be from inside it. Most humans live in relationship to their own frequency rather than from it. This is a distinction worth sitting with. Living in relationship to your frequency means experiencing it as something that arrives and departs, something present in the good moments and absent in the difficult ones, something to be cultivated in dedicated practice and then lost again in the rush of ordinary life, something to reach toward, a quality to access when conditions allow. Living from your frequency is something different entirely. You may believe these changes occur only while you are consciously thinking about them. Yet much of what has been changing has happened during the moments when your attention was somewhere else entirely. While driving, while preparing a meal, while walking, while simply living your ordinary life. Your conscious awareness followed the words. Your energetic field responded to the coherence beneath them. And living systems have always known how to organize themselves around a clearer pattern once they encounter one. That quiet reorganization continues even now. It is the shift from frequency as destination to frequency as ground, from frequency as something you visit to frequency as the place from which you move through every moment of your life, from the experience of coherence as a peak, those glimpses of clarity and ease and genuine presence that arrive in the best moments, to coherence as the texture of ordinary daily experience. This is what these 5 activations have been building toward. The ground beneath the peaks, the signal beneath the static, the frequency that was always there beneath everything that accumulated over it, becoming gradually and genuinely simply where you live. Living from the frequency is sometimes misunderstood as a permanent state of bliss or transcendence, as an existence from which difficulty has been removed and ease is constant, and every moment carries the luminous quality of the finest hours. That is not what this is. Living from the frequency is something quieter than that, something more grounded, something more genuinely useful in the actual terrain of a human life. It is the quality of meeting what arrives, whatever arrives, however it arrives, from a place of steadiness that exists beneath the surface of circumstances. Think of the difference between a boat on the surface of the ocean and the ocean floor itself. The boat experiences every wave, every swell, every storm, every shift in weather registers immediately and completely in the movement of the boat. The ocean floor is present through all of it. The storms that toss the boat on the surface send barely a tremor to the floor. The floor is the ground from which all of it arises, the foundation that makes the whole ocean possible. Living from your frequency is living from the ocean floor. The surface of your life continues. Circumstances change. Conversations are sometimes easy and sometimes complex. Days carry their own weather, their own quality of brightness or difficulty or unremarkable ordinariness. And beneath all of it, steady and unhurried and genuinely present, is the original frequency, the ground, the signal, the place from which you meet whatever the surface brings. And from that ground, something becomes available that is simply not available from the surface. A quality of genuine presence in difficult moments that allows them to move through more cleanly. A quality of ease in ordinary moments that allows them to carry more of what they actually contain. A quality of receptivity to what life is genuinely offering, as distinct from what the accumulated patterns of earlier seasons have been expecting, that allows the right things to arrive and be recognized. This is living from the frequency. It is available to you. It has always been available to you. It is what has been becoming more available with every activation you have received. The morning. The morning is where living from the frequency either takes root in a day or gives way to the automatic. The first moments of waking, before the full weight of the day's demands and accumulated momentum has arrived, carry a particular quality of openness, of availability, of the field being, for a brief window, more receptive than at almost any other time. And within all of that, beneath whatever the body and field have been processing through the night, there is a moment, brief, quiet, genuinely available, a moment before the day fully arrives, orienting toward the original frequency in that morning window, even for a breath, even for the space of a single conscious moment of recognition, shifts the quality of the transmission that moves through the hours ahead. The field carries that touch into the day, that moment of orientation, that brief but genuine contact with what exists beneath the surface before the day has fully begun. And the day responds, as the field always does, with what matches the frequency of what was broadcast at its beginning. The conversations. Every conversation is an exchange of fields. Two transmissions meeting, each one influencing the other. Each one carrying the quality of whatever is broadcasting in that moment from the consciousness at its center. Two people entering a conversation with the same words available, the same intention, the same goodwill, and one of those conversations flowing with ease and genuine connection, while another falls somehow flat, carries an effort beneath the surface, leaves something essential unmet. The difference is in the field, in what was broadcasting from the center of each consciousness as those conversations unfolded. The person broadcasting from their original frequency brings something into the conversation that words alone cannot carry. A quality of genuine presence, of actually being there, actually meeting the other person, actually available to what is real in that exchange. And that quality is felt. Before a word is spoken, in the way a room changes when a genuinely coherent presence enters it, in the way a difficult conversation shifts when someone in it drops, even briefly, from the surface to the ground. This is what you carry into every conversation as your signal continues to clear. Love, clarity, genuine presence. The transmission that changes everything it touches. The ordinary afternoon, the middle hours, the unremarkable stretch between the morning's orientation and the evening's reflection. The emails and the tasks and the errands and the conversations and the decisions and the moments of waiting and the transitions between one thing and the next. This is where most of life actually lives, and this is where living from the frequency makes the most tangible, most consistent, most genuinely felt difference. From the ground of the original frequency, the ordinary afternoon carries something it cannot carry from the surface. It carries the quality of the person moving through it. The emails written from coherence land differently. The decisions made from the ground of the original signal carry a clarity and a quality of alignment that decisions made from the surface of the day's accumulated momentum cannot always access. The transitions, the moments between one thing and the next that are so easily lost to the automatic, become moments of genuine presence. Small opportunities for conscious broadcasting, brief touches of the original frequency that keep the signal clean through the hours of ordinary activity. Living from the frequency in the ordinary afternoon is a returning, again and again. Every pause, every transition, every moment of waiting, every breath taken between one demand and the next. These are all moments of availability. Moments when the original frequency is as close as a single conscious touch of awareness. And from that touch, however brief, the broadcast clears. The signal strengthens. The afternoon becomes, however quietly, however undramatically, a transmission of the original frequency into the world that surrounds you. The evening. And what becomes available in the hours of returning to the home, to the body, to the quieter rhythms of the day completing itself. The evening carries a particular quality of integration. Whatever the day has moved through, whatever the broadcast has carried, whatever the field has encountered, whatever the surface has brought, the evening is when it can be met, acknowledged, allowed to complete. Living from the frequency in the evening is allowing the day to arrive at its natural completion, rather than carrying it forward into the next. The way the ocean floor remains undisturbed by the day's weather on the surface, present through all of it, undiminished, ready for the morning that follows. The evening is a returning to the ground, bringing awareness, however gently, back to the original frequency beneath whatever the day has stirred on the surface, allowing what has served its purpose in the day, the effort's residue, the particular quality of whatever has been navigated, to complete and settle. And from that settling, something becomes available for the night that follows. A quality of rest that is genuinely restorative. A quality of integration, the field processing what the day has brought, completing what the day has begun, preparing the ground for what the morning will offer. The morning that follows a genuinely settled evening carries more of the original frequency into its first moments. This is the rhythm of living from the frequency. Morning orientation, afternoon broadcasting, evening completion. The same movement, repeated day after day, each cycle carrying the signal a little clearer, the broadcast a little cleaner, the ground a little more available as the resting place from which the next day begins. Here is something to carry into every moment of every day ahead. Something that requires nothing to hold, simply a knowing, settled gently into the field as these words complete. Wherever you are, whatever surrounds you, whatever the surface of the day is carrying, bring your awareness, just for a moment, to the space in the center of your chest. Feel or imagine a warmth or a soft light there. Allow one breath to move through that space, and in the exhale, feel or imagine that warmth, that light, extending outward from your chest in every direction, into the space around you, into the field you are continuously generating, into the world that receives, always and without exception, what you are broadcasting. That is the original frequency making itself known. That is the ground, touched briefly, shifting the quality of the broadcast. One breath, one moment of awareness, one touch of the ground beneath the surface, and it compounds. Each touch of the ground deepening the access to it. Each return to the original frequency strengthening the signal. Each moment of conscious broadcasting adding to the cumulative clarity of a field that is becoming progressively more coherent, more aligned, more genuinely, powerfully, unmistakably yourself. Before we complete this series, we would like to leave you with one final observation. Many people imagine that they return to these transmissions. From our perspective, something equally beautiful begins happening over time. The frequency begins returning through you, quietly, naturally, without announcement. There will be moments in the days ahead when you notice yourself responding with greater ease, choosing from greater clarity, meeting another person with more presence than you expected. You may not immediately remember these words, yet your field remembers, because coherence, once recognized deeply enough, begins expressing itself naturally. The transmission has never been asking you to remember every sentence. It has simply been inviting your field to remember itself. These 5 activations are a foundation, not an ending. They continue in the transmissions that follow, in the deeper series that builds on what these 5 have uncovered, and in the daily life that is, from this point forward, the primary field in which the work continues. Something real has been established across these 5 encounters. A relationship with your own original frequency that is deeper than it was when the first activation found you. A capacity for conscious broadcasting that is more available than it was before these words began arriving in your field. A quality of coherence that is increasingly, genuinely your resting state. These are real. They are yours. They continue with you into every day that follows, and they deepen with every return. Every time you come back to these activations, they reach a layer that previous listenings prepared. Every time the original frequency is touched, the access to it strengthens. Every time you choose, in the texture of an ordinary day, to bring consciousness to your broadcast, the capacity for that choice expands, until one day, conscious broadcasting is simply how you are. The original frequency is simply where you live, and the life being generated from that ground is the life your signal has always been reaching toward. We have so loved accompanying you through these 5 activations. The next transmission takes you deeper still, into what these 5 have prepared the ground for. We will meet you there. We are so glad you are here. Welcome to the Venusian frequency. Welcome home.